So, Korean, what do you worry most about being a single mother?
I worry most about raising good people.
Can you speak up a little bit?
I worry most about raising good people.
Mm-hmm.
Kids that treat people with respect and are just good people. They're there for people. They help out people. You know, just a good human being. That's all I worry about.
Well, what are you doing that ensures that they'll be a good person? Like,
Becoming a better person myself.
okay,
That's where it starts. Some people say it starts in the home. I believe it does.
oh,
It starts in the home. You have to work on things within yourself to become a better parent. Everybody is raised differently, and depending on what type of household you were raised in, you have to recognize the things that you do those things that you feel you need to work on better, and then instill that in your children so they can pass down the generations to become a better person.
so you have to be an example to them.
You do.
So, being an example as a single mother, does it make it difficult to date?
It does, because you have to be very selective on who you bring around your kids. When it comes to you having, like, I have two girls, so I have to pay attention to what type of man I bring around, because that is 9 times out of 10 the man that they're going to go after. They do have their father, but whatever male role model is in a child's life is the man that they're going to follow after. And if it's a boy, he's going to be like that man that he's raised around, regardless if their father is around. If that man is in the home with me, they're going to follow after him just as well as their father. And if it's their father, I have, you know what I'm saying? I have to pick up not a perfect role model, but a good role model for my children. So it makes it hard because there isn't a lot of people that understand their wrongdoings and who they are as an individual. And if you can't understand who you are as an individual, how can I introduce you to my children? Because then you'll mess up the system that I've worked on to be not perfect, but have some type of harmony. And if you come into my harmony, and I can't let you into it if you're going to mess it up.
Okay.
I can't let just anybody around my children.
I get that.
So
Now, co-parenting. Do we as brother and sister need to do a better job? Or how important is it to the child?
when people, and I've learned this from you, from my mom, from different generations, because I like to listen to what goes on in past generations before me. It takes a village. When people say it takes a village to raise a child, it doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot do it by yourself. And us black women have superwoman syndrome, and we feel like we have to do everything by ourselves because we have so much pride. We don't want to ask for help. So I feel it's really important to
co-parent, work with
properly.
the village. Yeah.
Because if you don't, that plays a role in who your child will be with. Regardless to if you like him, if you like his girlfriend, even like you told me, you have to befriend the woman that is with your child's father. You have to, because she is going to play a big role if she stays around. It don't even matter if she stays around. If another one comes around, you have to befriend her because she's going to be raising your children when they're not with you.
Absolutely.
And even if you have to swallow your pride just to be friends with this girl, you have to. You have to. Because you don't know what type of woman she is. All you know is she's with him. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you have to have a certain amount of respect. I'm not going to say that I've been perfect, but y'all are a family. All of y'all. Whether we're a blended family, we are a family. And we have to work together. It's very, very hard to get past, especially depending on how the situation started.
Yeah.
But I really feel it's important for us to start to come together and become a blended family so we can raise our children properly and they don't have to recover from what we did as parents.
That's right.
Even if you didn't pick a perfect person, even if you picked the wrong person, y'all have to find a
common ground.
You have to find a common ground so we can raise our children properly and we don't have to fix them like we're fixing ourselves. Because we're messed up now because we're trying to fix ourselves because of what we had to go through as children. And sometimes it's hard for people to swallow their pride, and I didn't like it that I had to be the bigger person, but I'm realizing I have to be the bigger person, and I have to let stuff go and move forward and learn how to find a common ground so we can raise our kids right. Even if I got to be quiet for a little while, until it, until things calm down.
That's powerful, and I feel like, to me, that's one of the things that we must work on in this generation, is finding that common ground, especially when it comes to co-parenting, because the kid is stuck in between each parent. The child equally loves both, and in order to raise an emotionally stable child, co-parenting and blended families is a must that we must learn how to work through, And like you said, sometimes you got to be the bigger person for the child's sake, because that's all that matters.
And it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. But sometimes you have to swallow your pride and understand that God has something better on the other end, because nobody likes to give up their family.
Yeah.
Regardless of how it ended.
That's right.
No one wants to give up their family and have to watch another woman be with the man that they have kids with. But sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah.
So you have to move forward.
That's right, and we have to find a way to do it peacefully, loving, and in a way that we can just continue to work down a road of peace.
So our kids don't have to watch us fight.
Absolutely.
And I'm not perfect, but my kids won't see me do anything like I did before, because I have to be better for them to be better. I have to carry myself in a certain type of way if I want my children to be the type of women that I watched my mom be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not easy. I know it's not easy. I've been through it, but
it has to be done.
At the end, it's gonna be worth it. It is, because you receive so many blessings that I didn't think that I would receive by being humble.
Listen, you are about to become a homeowner here in Monroe, North Carolina, and I'm so proud of you. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. If you don't mind me saying, coming from a divorce and healing yourself, you went into home ownership, and I see you continue to work on yourself, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And like you said, the blessings will come.
They will, even though it doesn't feel like it, because a year ago, this wasn't me. A year ago, I was so depressed, I didn't want to get out of bed because I had to give up my family. But now that I prayed my way through it and I had faith through it, every day I had to get up and be a better person for my daughters, because I didn't want my daughters seeing me be that woman, and then they grow up and they be the same woman and doing the same things I did. Then it's just going to keep going and keep going. Their daughters are going to do it, or their sons are going to do it because of what they seen me do. And I had to really pick myself up and say, okay, this is it. I can't do this anymore. I have to do better. I have to do better. It's not fair, but life's not fair. I got to pick myself up. Now I have to be the woman that I want my daughters to be. Because growing up, I had a bad attitude and a bad mouth. I don't want my daughters to be that way. So now I have to correct on who I was, so my daughters can be soft and gentle, and they can embrace what it's like to truly be loved. I couldn't embrace it because of who I was. If I raised them to do that, they can do it.
Wow, this is a powerful conversation, and I thank you for having it with me. And I hope this helps someone, and that we continue to share our stories and become closer as a community. Like you said, the importance of a village. We need our village back.
We need our village back.
Yeah.
We need to come together. We have to stop fighting each other. We have to stop the pettiness. We have to be better for Black people in general, because we are always going at each other. And I myself, I do it sometimes. I have to correct myself. Even you told me about the customer service, when I said sometimes Black people don't have very good customer service. You go to a different Black person.
That's right.
Instead of going to, you know what I'm saying? Build in our community. That's I had to be corrected about that, because I do it myself.
Yeah. But you're humble. You're humble enough to accept that. And that's, to me, people don't realize the power and the strength of being humble. because it's not easy.
It is not easy.
That takes
Every
strength.
prayer, God, only God, only God. Because I couldn't do it myself.
That's right. Well, Corinne, thank you so much for this interview. For those who would be interested in part of the community conversation, you can contact me at unioncountykids@gmail.com. Again, that's unioncountykids@gmail.com. You know, I look forward to doing more stories or conversations like this and getting to know my community. So thank you for watching.